All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're digging into a playbook that makes a pretty huge claim. AI hasn't just tweaked client acquisition, it has completely torn up the old rulebook. What we're going to do is break down how a classic tactic, cold email, is making an unbelievable comeback, all thanks to artificial intelligence.
So, let's kick things off with a question that I bet a lot of you, business owners, sales leaders, are wrestling with right now. Does it feel like a constant uphill battle to bring in new business? Like you're working harder for the same or even fewer results? Well, if you're nodding along, the material we're looking at today says you are definitely not alone.
And that feeling? It leads us right into the first major theme of this playbook, the sheer frustration of trying to find new clients today. For so many businesses, the old reliable methods just aren't cutting it anymore, and it's creating this huge cloud of uncertainty.
So what are we talking about here? Well, the playbook really zeroes in on a few common headaches. You've got ad costs that are just going through the roof, social media algorithms that can change on a whim and completely wreck your reach, referrals, which are great when they happen, but you can't build a business on them, and on top of it all, sales teams are just getting exhausted from grinding it out with very little to show for it.
And this slide, it just perfectly lays out the dilemma, doesn't it? On one side, you have the old way. It's expensive, it's unpredictable, and you're at the mercy of algorithms you don't control. But what businesses actually need is the complete opposite, a predictable system for growth that's scalable, efficient, and direct.
And when you add all of that up, what do you get? You get the one thing that keeps every business owner up at night: unpredictable revenue. If you can't reliably forecast where your next customer is coming from, you can't plan, you can't invest in your team, and you sure can't grow with any real confidence.
So, if the old ways are broken, what's the fix? This is where things get really interesting. The playbook pivots to a channel that, let's be honest, many people had completely written off. It argues that cold email isn't just back, it's been rebuilt from the ground up with a powerful new engine.
And this is a really crucial point. That old reputation cold email had, as annoying, generic spam that clogs up your inbox, that whole era is just gone. The game has totally changed, and we're about to see exactly why.
And here it is, the big reveal: AI-powered cold email. The playbook defines this as a system that uses artificial intelligence to do what was, frankly, impossible before. It lets you create hyper-personalized, relevant messages and send them at an incredible scale, all while targeting the absolute perfect prospects.
Okay, so how does this actually work? What is this AI shift all about? Well, according to the playbook, this isn't just a small upgrade. It literally changes the entire game of outreach.
I mean, just look at the numbers here. It's staggering. Your best salesperson, on their best day, might be able to send what? 100 truly personalized emails? An AI-powered system can send thousands. And this is the crazy part. Each and every one of those can be uniquely written and tailored specifically for the person receiving it.
So that, right there, that's the magic formula the playbook talks about. It's this incredible combination of personalization plus scale. Suddenly, you don't have to choose anymore. You don't have to pick between reaching a lot of people with a generic message or reaching a few people with something that actually connects. You can do both.
And to really hammer this home, the folks behind this playbook are saying that insiders are comparing this moment to the rise of Facebook and Google ads back in the early 2010s. We're talking about a fundamental, landscape-altering shift in how businesses grow. Okay, so we've got this incredible new tool, right? But the playbook makes another really critical point. It's not just about the tool or about sending tons of emails. It's all about shifting your focus to what actually matters. And the playbook is super clear about this. You see, leads are just names on a spreadsheet. They look nice, but they're kind of just a vanity metric. A deal, on the other hand, that's a real conversation booked in the calendar with someone who has the authority and interest to actually buy from you. One is noise, the other is a real opportunity. So the goal here isn't to build a bigger spreadsheet of contacts. The entire point of this whole system is to fill calendars. It's to generate a steady, predictable stream of qualified conversations that turn into actual revenue for the business. And look, this isn't just some theory they cooked up. The playbook points to real-world results that businesses are getting right now. Think about it. Consulting firms that are booking dozens of qualified meetings in just a few weeks. Trainers landing huge corporate contracts. Service businesses that went from a totally empty pipeline to consistent, predictable growth. This stuff is working. But knowing what this is and how it works, well, that's only half the battle. The playbook wraps up with what might be its most urgent point of all, the when. And according to the source material, timing is, without a doubt, everything.
The playbook calls out a very specific window of time here, the next 12 to 18 months. This is the moment, right now, where the early adopter advantage is at its absolute peak. It's a rare opportunity that won't last forever.
And why does that window matter so much? Because let's face it, the businesses jumping on this now, they're the pioneers. They're winning faster, they're building momentum, and they're locking in market share while everyone else is still trying to figure out what's happening. If you wait, you risk entering a market that's way more crowded and competitive.
And so the playbook really leaves us all with a pretty big strategic question. This isn't just another marketing tactic to try. It's a genuine, fundamental shift. The technology is here, the shift is happening. The only question left is, for your business, are you going to be a pioneer or are you going to be playing catch-up?